Hi everyone, it's Sarah Roof and Erica McFadden with the Arizona Developmental Disabilities Planning Council.
Hey there.
We wanted to give you an update about all of the efforts we've been working on for the past 7 months since the Hacienda Healthcare investigation began. And while our efforts to prevent sexual abuse of Arizona residents with intellectual and developmental disabilities really reaches back to last September 2018, we wanted to give you all an update because things have been moving so fast and there has been a lot done throughout the state to tackle this issue. So Erica, tell us a little bit about some of the actions taken so far.
Well, there has been a lot. So this is a good time to celebrate the ADA because the disability community has really come together to speak up and speak out about what's happening, when it comes to abuse and neglect and exploitation. And so one of the things that we are so excited about is that this legislative session, our legislators were actually listening. So we were looking at about 25 bills that have to do with abuse, neglect, or exploitation. Out of all 25, 11 of them passed. And that is a significant number. It shows that the legislators care about us and our people and that they want to make sure that we're safe. So then the good news about that is that House Majority Leader Representative Rusty Bauer recognizes that we can do more. And he set aside, tasked Representative Jennifer Longden as the head of that legislative committee to look at what more legislative action can be done for next year related to abuse and neglect of vulnerable individuals. So we find that really promising and recognizing that actually the legislator in a bipartisan way is on our side. So that's the first one.
That is great news.
Yay!
We also have a big announcement for our grant, right, that we announced back in February.
So this is actually gigantic news for us because we've been working towards this for the last year. We finally awarded our sex abuse research grant to Improvement Assurance Group. They are an outfit that is headquartered here in Arizona. They work with ASU, and they're going to be working with Winged Hope and with Advocacy 319 to be able to understand how our protection system works when it comes to individuals with developmental disabilities in Arizona, children and adults, what it states as working and how it's working and how it really works. So they're going to be having focus groups with family members, individuals, with people with the police, with different state agency leaders, to look at what's really, really happening on the ground so that we know how to focus on what's broken and make recommendations moving forward. So that's another exciting thing. We just met with the team yesterday and everybody is really excited about it. And we heard stories already of people that are being abused, and there's more and more cases being called in now. It's actually like the Me Too movement is starting to finally recognize that people with DD are included in that movement, and they're starting to call. So that's really positive that they're calling out for help. And so I don't know if there's other things you want to talk about. I feel like a talking head right now.
Well, part of the grant is going to reach out for more stories.
Yeah,
There's actually a way you can participate in the study project. It's a 1-year project, and so tell folks how people can get involved.
Yes, you can tell this is unscripted. Okay, so the one of the things that we're looking for are the stories. So there's that legislative committee that I was talking to you all about earlier. They're going to be looking for stories too. We're looking for stories through the research. And also we as the council are still convening our roundtables that we're also doing. And this is outside of what the governor's office is doing to look and see what we can do now. And we're asking people if they have any reports that they've had where they've given to Adult Protective Services, Department of Child Services, DDD, the police. We want to know the good and the bad. So we get more and more stories to figure out how we can start addressing some of the failures in our system, and then the things that are working, that we can celebrate those. And so please email. You can either email us at addpc@azdes.gov, or you can call. You can either call our main number at 602-542-8970, or you can call me directly at 602-542-8977.
That's going to be a really important way that people can provide feedback, and it will enhance the work that is going to take place over the next year. There's also been a lot of community groups that have really risen up to take the challenge upon themselves of doing more to prevent another abuse situation. And so we have been at roundtables, we've been at meetings of these different community groups who want to do something. Some of that involves coming up with training for families and self-advocates, as well as providers on sexual health, sexual education, how to recognize abuse, how to report it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say those efforts are about to launch. We are at the table with those discussions. And if you'd like more information, you can reach out again at ADDPC at azdes.gov to find out more about that. We're also creating a video to raise awareness.
We're really busy.
Yes. So we're mid-production on a video to reach some of these folks, and we are going to keep you posted as the grant moves along, as more efforts from different government agencies take place. We are not leaving this by the wayside
Right.
at all.
And we recognize this is really slow, right? So you might not see any change at all on the ground. And we promise you that we're going to continue to keep pressure on the agencies that are involved and on organizations involved to make sure that people are being heard. And I can tell you now, I am optimistic because we have people in power that are listening. And we also have people that have never been interested in IDD issues before or DD issues before at the table and asking questions and really show a genuine interest in doing something to improve practices. So I just want you all to know now is the time if you want to join us in our movement to improve protection of people with disabilities in Arizona. Please join us by connecting on our newsletter and our social media. And as we have events and things, you're welcome to come and share your stories as well. Okay?
We'll include all of that information in links below in the description box. And we really appreciate your interest, and don't hesitate to reach out. Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you all. Happy ADA.